Hey, what's up guys, NPS3D here and welcome back a new Element 3D tutorial. So it will be fun and basically I created in this tutorial, I just created a visual loop type Z artwork. So if you following me since past two or 3 months maybe, I uploaded two different tutorials. Here is a ZR tutorial and here is a visual loop tutorial. These are just similar to this one because I just combining this method, these two different method and create a simple and easy and one work. So I just put two different idea in a single work. So this will be fun and let's see a preview after we'll start the tutorial. So alright, so let's start the tutorial and here is our After Effects. So create a new comp 9020 by 1080, 24 frames and uh, this duration is according to your music. So I'm just choose 35 seconds. Alright, so create a new solid, call this element 3D and I am using FX console. It's 100% free. You can download it from videocopilot.net. So search here element 3D or just pick this. So go inside the scene setup, but first let's clear our memory. Okay, go inside the scene setup and make our scene. So what I did, so if I go to the motion design, so I choose a motion design two components and here I choose a component 09. Fine, and rotate this just like this, maybe just like this. Fine, and we don't need these handles, so we'll just press, just check this icon here so we can see all these pieces, different pieces, and you can easily move or rotate or do anything. So press Ctrl and select this one and remove this one, also this one, remove this, also this one, remove this. So select this one and remove this, select and remove. Fine, and my home is almost near the public road, so here is a noise of vans, trucks, bicycle and some people, so don't mind, hide the grid. Alright, so this is good enough for our tutorial because I just choose this one and do like that. So my English is also not good. So this is one of our first item and now let's create this one, component number 19, and just rotate this one and move here and just control Z, scale like this so we can cover this one easily, just like this, and make sure this model is above our second model. So this is good. Now let's create one more copy, and anytime you use any model make sure you just optimize mesh so we can, because we are going to create bunch of copies, so there are a lot of segment will be. So rotate this one, move here. Fine, so almost good. Fine, so now we will just go inside the grills and choose one of them, rotate this, make sure optimize image, control Z, select our grill, and here. So anytime if you are inside Element 3D, so just play, because when you play you will definitely got a good and better result. So this is my funda, and I do this. So add and just drag, so it will create a second copy. Alright, so this is good. So our part is complete. This is, so now let's move on the next step. You can also increase, so it will touch here, but this is okay for tutorial. And if you got any problem, we will just solution this later also. So hit OK and make sure this is group 1, and you can also duplicate it here, but we can also duplicate it inside our group. So this is the first copy. Create a new camera, and 35mm is good. Element ready group 1. Make sure preview is the half resolution. Particle replicator, and we will choose 3D grid. See on your keyboard, scale this, and we just need X and G. So I mean 2 on Y and maybe 5 on X and a bunch of in Y, just like 20 copies. Fine. And here is the option scale X, Y, and Z. So we can move these things according our choice. So we need little bit in X, but you can see this is not just like our tutorial, but this is also good. Go inside the scene setup and create a, just like holder, I mean a point here and here. So go inside the motion design and go inside the component and choose, I mean, take components, and here is a take capsule. What is it? Take. So just select this one and go inside the transform and scale this, maybe 25 or a little bit more, 20. Fine. And move this here, and we can also decrease this. So 16 is good. Fine. And one more copy here. We can also put it here, but let's see our result. Maybe put it here. Let's see what happens. Alright. So let's change the amount 20 to maybe 30 and increase maybe 7, 8. Fine, 8 is good. and also in X maybe 8. Fine, and here we'll choose 3. Good. So going inside bottom, and here is the option output. Select this and so composite to change its the depth, no AA. So this is just like this, and now let's play this. So maybe 2.5. Good. Go in the scene setup, and you can also just move these things like this. Move this here. Hit OK. So this is just in a one row, one line, and anytime you can change it position. So or hit OK. And if you go inside the particle loop, here is a particle rotation, and you can also rotate this. Let's check this 90. So you will get a different loop. It's 0. Full render. Uh, Change to composite so we can see really what's going on, because we are going to eliminate this, so make sure this is above, not in below. So particles rotation, and rotate this maybe z 90. 0. Wow, wow. So this is good, and this is look good, so we will go with this one. So let's change it to z depth, no ambient occlusion. Okay, fine. So this is good, and we can also just particle replicator, and here we'll just press 2, so it will be closer. So this is good. Control S and save this. And now our next part. So we will just scene setup, and everything is good. So make sure you apply a same material on every one. So just like choose one of them. So just duplicate so we can light and copy. Rename this our light and paste this light everywhere here and also below. Fine, good. Now let's move on next step. And our next step is creating a light according our choice. So this is not a fade in and fade out light. It's straight light just blinking, just like one is start and stop anywhere, and we can't imagine what color will become. But it's up to you. So create a new texture solid, texture call this texture, and maybe I can't explain with my words because my English is not support me as well as, but my hand is supporting me, so we'll just add a tint effect. Fine. So here is a problem. I just choose a black solid, so we need to uh, add color on black, but when we come here and if we just need add a tint effect, because we are going also change this color, so this time if we change white color, then it will be happen, you can see. So we need to fix it just by texture and just layer solid setting, I mean this layer setting, and just press white color. Alright, so done. So click and just add a keyframe on this color. Go inside some frame second and press U and also add a keyframe. So the color between these two keyframes will be stable. And now let's move one or two frame and just change the color to red. Fine. So you can see there is no fade in and no fading just like this. We are just creating a sudden color effect. I mean, go some few frames and just add a simple thing just like before and just change the color. So do like this. I'm just keeping my video so we can go further. So now let's copy these keyframes and paste again here. I mean just select just these keyframes and paste it here. Alright, so all done. And if you just preview this, you can see easily the color just blink and change. So this is not fading and fading effect. So this is good. And now what we will do, just copy this tint effect, Control C, go inside our comp here and just paste it here. So what will happen, you can see, fine. Now the next step is, this is blinking but the our this light is not blinking. So what we will do, just duplicate this layer, Control D. But first let's so drag our texture in the comp where we are working, and in the Element 3D custom texture map and choose our texture. Go inside the scene setup, and where is our material, our light, just select our light, and in the illumination channel we'll choose our texture. So you can see all good, and we can also increase a little bit more, just down here. Fine, hit OK. Fine, Control S, and now let's duplicate this comp and here delete the tint effect, and in the output section we will choose the illumination. So this time we are just seeing the item who is illuminating. Fine, and you can see it's illuminating our according our texture. So all good, and let's change the blending mode to add. Fine, so now you can see this is what we are, what we want. So alright, so this is good. Fine, let's Control S and save this. So now let's add a camera animation. So new null object and press F4 and just, alright, so let's go very beginning of this frame, press P and then select the position and go in the very end and just move. So we are just missed to link this with camera, so make sure your camera is linked with null object. Fine. So if you go inside the quarter resolution, so we can see it's moving. Fine, so we can also increase or decrease speed according to your choice, our choice. So this is the good starting point and we are just moving up. So now the next step is link these illuminated things with our audio. So let's import our audio. So here is I downloaded a copyright free music from YouTube. You can also search it on YouTube and download this. So let's import our music. After we will just, what we'll do, just go very end of this composition and alt and close bracket to just cut this audio from here because it's maybe 45 minutes, so this is okay. Let's right click on this and just keyframe assistance, convert audio to keyframe. So here you can see the audio is converted in keyframes, and I am using uh, After Effects 14.2. So there are something new. Alright, so let's move on. And let's go inside the change this to illumination. Rename this element 3D layer to illumination, and his so I mean it is ZDiff. So now it's a game of opacity. So what I will do, I will just change the press Alt and click this icon and parent this layer opacity with this audio amplitude both channel keyframe. So you can see now this is blink with our audio, and it's a very low amount. So what we will do, so in the opacity expression we'll just multiply with 4. So now you can see it will be blink mode. Fine, so let's move on next step, and I will also so good, and we can also change the position to little bit. Fine. So in the ZDiff we can also tweak some setting, maybe ZDiff output in star. So you can see if we solo this layer according to our style. So this is good. And now let's add a color collection adjustment layer top of everything. Just unsolo all these layers and just add a curse effect. We can also duplicate this layer and this is curse and add a blue just like this. And this one is a vignette. So what we'll just select create a new adjustment layer and select our ellipse tool and just double click here. And now let's add another curse effect and just down and just invert this. Fine, and let's feather this. Just a touch. So it's okay, and now let's add a final slide effect. Invert this. Alright, so everything is done, and the most important thing, when you are going to render, make sure this is all this in enhancement is sampling and sampling smoothing too, and also in full render, and here is will also do the same. Alright, so Fine. When you are going to render this, make sure this is in motion blur with motion blur, because this is moving and the motion blur is happen when you move any object. So make sure when you are rendering this, this is with motion blur. So now I'm going to render this comp, and after I will show you. And one more thing I did in the last one, it's also stretch our footage when audio reactor works. So I just apply a effect called this optics. So I will do like just parent these values with our audio frequency. So that's easy. So the tutorial is finished, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment if you learn something new from this tutorial, and make sure to comment below for if you have any query, or just leave a message on my FB page. And will be fun. And one more announcement, our next tutorial will be good, so make sure to check out my new tutorial. It's upon element 3D displacement. So this is a cool tutorial I just try to create, and all these things will be happen surely coming soon in the tutorial. So alright, so thanks for watching my video, thanks for loving me. I am NPS3D, and keep watching. I will always put some good stuff on YouTube, so make sure subscribe me on YouTube and follow me on Instagram if you have Instagram account, and leave me a message if you have any problem, or just send me screenshot of your problem. I will definitely try to solve it as soon as possible. So thanks and goodbye, and we will see you next time. And I am also waiting for a Andrew Kramer NAF show, and it's maybe 2 or 3 months is going to pass, but we did not get any news from the NAF show, but still waiting. So let's see where it will become. So take care and goodbye, and we will see you in next tutorial. So